now, like within my page.
Yeah.
So when I do flash sales, they're gonna get, hey, since you guys are VIP, you're gonna get from 9 to 4, you're gonna get everything an additional $4 off or whatever. And so then that way, I'm not giving away the farm, and they're still incentivized. So if you don't have a huge buying discount, or you don't have a huge inventory or anything like that, they're still getting something out of it. And people are like, oh, free shipping, sweet. And you're like, you just spent an extra $25 for $6 free, sweet. Yeah. So
that's a good point.
Yeah, and there's other little things too.
Yeah, especially like just realizing like what level you're at in your business. Like you said, like if you don't have a lot of inventory, like you probably can't afford just to hand out free Coochie. If you know, like so that's a great thing about owning your own business is you can make it whatever you want. This is just what I do. So okay, so she also recommended to show less, sell more, which is something that in the last couple months we've been preaching. So she said to ask yourself, does this item really need a demo? So she like made it very apparent to not show Kiss, like said something like most consultants show. I know at that time I still was, and she just said like it's a body spray. Like why are we demoing a body spray? Like why are we spending 5-6 minutes going around spraying everybody so that they can smell this fragrance? You know. So she just asked herself like basically just to kind of look through your stuff and ask yourself, does this product need an explanation on how it works? And then she said, mention the thing like we show the best of the best, the catalog will do the rest. So just showing, she said it's like easier to scale down. So why are we showing a heart massager when we can show Heartthrob and look at your profit margin? Like if you show a Heartthrob and you're like, oh, I really want that, but I don't know if I can spend, whatever, then be like, oh, well, we have the heart massager. So you're still getting that sale, and most likely you're probably going to have a heart massager in your stock. You should anyways. And then, so too, that kind of goes along with the next point of knowing your product. So knowing that if they can't afford Heartthrob, they can get the heart massager. Or if they can't afford Bob, they can get the Blind Date or, something like that. Not Bob, sorry, the head turner. Then they can get Blind Date. She said, limit what you show and stock those items because 90% of people are going to buy what you show, which do you find that true? Do you guys find that true? I definitely find that true. So I basically, the toys that I show, I at least have 2 of each toy that I show in stock, just because like, people are like, oh, is this really good? I'm like, if it's on my demo table, it's good. That's why I'm showing it. I'm not showing people crap, basically. And I always say, like, in the beginning, part of the reason I became a consultant is because I own half the catalog, so I know what works and what doesn't. So I'll be honest with them, and I tell them up front, like, if they try to purchase a waterproof Powerball, I'm like, you don't want to get that. Like, I have tons of RMAs, like, whatever. People are not happy.
The vanilla bondage kit.
Right. Girl.
Don't ever.
Don't. I know.
You don't want it. So
No.
cross that off.
Like, seriously, go buy some freaking twine from the department store. Okay, so I already talked about just making it look easy so that you're duplicable. So that means easier team building. And so this is what Heather said, that she shows 8 to 10 toys because that's where your highest profit is coming from, is from toys. And she only shows 1 to 3 mild items, which I thought was crazy personally. I show more than 3. I probably show 6 total. I don't know about you guys.
What do you mean by mild?
Yeah. So like your bath and beauty and foreplay. So
Gotcha.
basically anything but toys.
So is she saying like she shows Coochie, Body Do, and Kiss, or she shows like 3 things, 1 to 2 from the bath and beauty, 1 to 2 from
Perhaps
massage,
that's
1
what
to
she
2
meant.
because
You were there.
I think she
Actually,
meant 1
when
from
you-
each category.
when
1
you
from
said
bath and
that,
beauty,
yeah,
1 from
okay.
massage, 1 from
That's-
foreplay,
okay.
or whatever.
Yeah.
okay, that makes a little more sense.
So that is what I'm doing.
Enhancement
Yeah.
items.
That is clearly what
Yeah,
you meant.
that's
I
what I'm
wanted
doing.
to, yeah.
Okay, I had made this really quickly. Okay, so scratch that YouTube. Sorry. So yeah, 1 to 3
From each mild category, yeah.
category. Yeah. Okay. And then she just made a point to show lingerie because it's such an easy sell. Girls are spending tons of money at Victoria's Secret to buy lingerie. We have it for cheaper, and if you keep it in stock, they can take it home with them that night. A lot of times girls, like when you're coming around putting Basic Instinct on them and doing all these things that like make them smell like really good, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna get laid tonight, right? Well, yeah, of course you're gonna get laid tonight. That's why you want to take home this lingerie with you. So keep lingerie in stock is what she said. So I talked about consider your profit margin, and then she said, kind of like what Stacey said, if they have a ton of stuff circled on their list, like if they say they can't afford it, then just book a party and you're gonna get it for free. When we said in Melissa Messenger's demo, she says that every, like when she's doing her demo and stuff, she talks about booking a party throughout the night, and she says to every person that books a party that they're at least going to get $100 in free product. And she does that by like, so they're getting their free hostess gift, that's probably like around 20. Hopefully, you know, with their hostess credit. So say if they're at like 60, like if you need to get them like $40 more in free stuff, basically, like you can just discount what they're going to buy to get them up there. So she said, like, don't sweat about like giving somebody an extra 10% off, like to make a higher sale, which I'll talk about in a minute. Okay, so any questions? No? Okay. So in the ordering room, she says to keep it open-ended. So this has worked great for me because a lot of times I would do close-ended. So I'd be like, oh, did you have fun? Oh, do you want to have a party? Like, don't do yes or no questions. So how much fun did you have? What questions can I answer for you? Which products did you love? And she said always when they're ordering, like, okay, I want Coochie, I want Body Dew, and I want Thunder Vibe. Okay, what else? Like never, like we should not be stopping the sale. They have to stop the sale. So basically she said until you see them like reach for the wallet, or until you see them like say like no, even if they say, oh, that's it. Oh, well, what about I don't know, what about Kiss? Like, did you like the smell of the Kiss, or do you want Kiss for your body spray, keeping your gym bag? Oh, you got the Thunder Vibe. You probably, do you want a cleaner? Do you want a toy tote? I do $5 off cleaner and toy totes with purchase of a toy. What do you need?
Yeah, she said watch body language too. Until they physically turn away from you, she's like, keep going.
Yeah, like keep, like they want to buy. Or if, especially if you like just see them like saying like mulling like, oh, that's it. No, they want more. Okay, cross-selling is key. So Jelly Tool Belt, so they say like, okay, I want the Jelly Tool Belt. Oh, that's a great choice. I love the Jelly Tool Belt. I sell it all the time. You have to get whipped with that. I have it in Rainbow Sherbet or Cherry Berry Sorbet in stock with me to take home. Which one do you want to have with you to take home tonight? And then if they're like, oh, I have lubricant, like you need to stress it. Like you just need to make it very apparent that they absolutely have to have this product with their other product, basically. So you can do this with like Coochie and Save My Skin, or Body Dew and Body Boost, like whatever you think pair well together. And she said the number one question, that's why this is bolded, that you need to ask for them is, have we addressed your biggest issue in the bedroom with this order? So this can be asked to pretty much any woman, if they're single, if they're in a relationship, if they're married, whatever. Because she said that loyalty comes with fixing their problem. So the example that she gave during this was, have we fixed your biggest issue? So she said this example, the woman had like all these like bath products and like maybe like a lubricant or something, and then when Heather asked her this, she was like, well, my husband or whatever's really been itching to like try anal. And then she's like, oh, okay, well, we have the vibrating pleasure beads, which I have in stock right here, pulls it out, and it's only, $24, and when you do this, it's good for all levels of stage, and you just like basically make it so that like she needs to have that product in her life, like it can fit her like no matter what stage she's at in like trying out the anal process. Then she said to shoot for $100 per person in retail, which this might seem a little high, especially if you're just starting out. So she said to first look at, go back and look at your last couple parties and see like where you're at right now in your per person average, and kind of tailor it to that. She said to like, say if you're at like, I don't know, like 60, like maybe aim for like 80. If you're at like 40, maybe aim for like 50 or 60. So push, like challenge yourself basically, because that's how you're gonna make money. And then she said, like I said earlier, just don't worry about like giving somebody an extra 10% off. Just last week, somebody was like, oh, I really want the great head, but I don't really have the money. I'm like, well, what if I give it to you 10% off? I got it right here. You can take it with you. She's like, okay. So then, boom, there's another $17 added to your sales. And I'm still making 40% off that, so it's 10% is not a big deal. And then, yeah, we already talked about, like, just keep pushing and negotiating until she says no. So I like that she says the word negotiating, because again, it's our business. We can choose like what discounts we give and all those things. Any questions now? No? Okay. Okay, and then lastly, she says don't be a one-night stand. So just again making sure that that product that she's taking home for her is right for her. So if it's the first purchase like that she's buying, you're probably, or she tells you like, oh, I really like clitoral, and she's like wanting to shock